What's up, pals? As you know, I have a guilty pleasure of watching the good and bad behavior of cops. Today we'll be watching a video of ex-officer Henry Chapman getting caught stealing $900 from a suspect. That's right, folks, and it's all on video.
Anything on they need to know about? When there's a poker stick? No, that's it. Okay. Do you want to bring these items with you or leave them in the car?
Yeah, you can give me. You can put them in my pocket. Okay.
Right here in the car here.
Get feet right this little bit. Okay. I get this stuff out the way first. Can I get my? Can you get my phone?
Yes, I'm going to put it. I'm going to leave that cash in there. Any other pockets I need to know about? No, sir. Let's see what's there.
So, what is my money on the sales off there, guy?
What? Oh, okay.
What is that? Oh, that's not mine. I've never seen it in my life. What are you doing on my property today?
So roll the window down, tell you what you're here for.
So as you can see, in one of his pockets he had a smaller bundle of cash, and then in his close to his breast pocket he had a large stack of 100s.
Stuff right here.
Got my phone, but you see my phone. But what am I in for then?
So, I don't know if you've had a history with them or not, but you got a U.S. Marshal for that. A weapons violation. That's all it tells me. Okay, when you get down there, they're going to print it out for you. Okay. Yeah, I already called down there to make sure everything was good. That's what took me so long. They verified it. It's ready to go. So that's why we're taking you down. Okay. I'm going to go get your phone, please. So we don't forget about those.
Now, to rewind a little bit, we have one section where he pulls this initial wad of cash out of his pocket, and he asks him where he wants the items to be, to which he responds, in my pocket. There are some 20s, there might be 100, but there's some 20s and some other loose cash in there, and he has no problem putting it into his pocket. But when he has the bigger stack, he puts it on the back of the car, thumbs through it, and then puts that in the front seat of the car.
What is the weapon called?
It's vague to me. I can't look it up. It's federal stuff, so that's what you got to see it when you get down there.
You give this? Yeah. I give cash. No, that's going with you. That's going to be with you. We're not giving that to anybody else. We got that off you, so we're staying with you, so you know we didn't take none, and none's going to be missing. All right, but I'm going to... No, we are taking that. That's staying with you. That's the rule.
And you gave me
So
some of it.
because it come off to you, every bit of it's going with you. Does that make sense?
Here you see him asking if they can give his cash to his friend, but they say that because they got it off of him, they cannot hand it to anybody else, and it's going to stay with him, and none of them are going to take it. The funny, ironic thing here is that the exact officer that is making all of these statements is Officer Chapman himself.
That's accountability, because when it comes to stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So,
The same time I say, they're going to double check it. Just to be sure.
okay. So just give it just a minute, all right?
Alright, I'm gonna count your money in front of you, okay?
Here's big money. We'll put this in the bag for you, okay? Yeah, here. Here you go.
I got you.
Yeah, she's counting it right now.
You're gonna watch me, okay?
I heard her big. Hold on. Check it out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah.
Question you.
Let me count it first.
No, can you look in between his legs carefully? I think he just put some more money in.
And here's where things get spicy. So immediately you see he's at intake now, and they said, hey, here's your big wad of money. I'm going to put this in the envelope. Paraphrasing, of course. And he immediately said it looked like something was missing. How does he know? Because when you have that large amount of money, you know, you would put a rubber band around it, and you would know how you put things. But they're sitting there counting his money, and he can already tell that something's off. And of course, he goes to say something about it, and she immediately tries to shut him down, saying, let me count it first. Well, first off, you don't even know what he was about to say. Let a person finish their sentence before you go rebuttaling, you know? So upon realizing something's wrong with his stack, he then again says, I'm not trying to question you or anything, but can you do me a favor and check by the door? I think he just put something down there.
How much money did you have on you? I'm asking
I haven't touched it. Can you just check on the transaction?
Sir, listen to me.
He's moving and everything. Look, he's moving.
Sir,
I'm here.
sir, listen to me. Tell me how much cash you had on you. What was the amount?
Now, I have to stop this right here because he's sitting there watching this cop and he's saying he's moving and she's trying to ask how much money he had on him. First off, if somebody just went to the store and they got some change, they're not going to give an accurate representation. If he says a number and it's more, then they're going to say you don't even know how much you had. If it's less, they're going to say you don't know how much you even had. Either way, his number's not going to add up if something was taken, therefore it's going to invalidate whatever he says. And the moment, as someone who is enforcing the law, the moment that he's accusing a cop of stealing the money, it doesn't mean you have to go and arrest that cop, but it should immediately be investigated if you're going to hold each other accountable. She should have stopped holding that money, and she could have even had it in her hand. I don't care, but she could have just simply glanced over and saw what was going on or read the face of the other officer.
I just want to see. I'm not going to lie. Can you check? I'm not going nowhere. Can you check that fellow officer for me, please? Hell no. He just touched my... I heard rubber band pop. He told me, oh, I had to... Look, and he's moving. He's moving between his legs.
Sir, stand right here.
I'm going to stand right here, but can y'all please check y'all fellow officer? Please.
This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the face of a man who just got caught. And the thing is, everybody can see his face like this in person. Police are trained to look for things like tone, body language, and a variety of other small, minor, micro things that tell them the guiltiness on a person or just lets them investigate what's going on. And you're telling me in a room full of people trained on this, they can't tell that this man did something? I'm no cop, but he has the face of a kid that just got caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
Sir, stand right here.
I'm going to stand right here, but can y'all please check y'all fellow officer? Please. What's going on? Look, he's moving his arm right now.
How much cash did you have on you?
Can you check your hands? I didn't. Can you check your people's? Because he's
Tell me what's the total amount.
Look at his hand. He's tucking money. He's tucking money right in his right hand.
Tell me how much money you
He's
had on
tucking
you.
money. He's tucking my money. That's a problem.
Now, you'll notice he said with the right hand, and obviously, if you're looking at this from our perspective, the right hand was holding that paper, but you have to remember this video is flipped.
Can y'all check him? Hey,
Listen to me. What was your total cash?
He's telling her, no, don't check him.
Listen.
Look at him moving. He's moving. Oh, my God. Y'all not going to check him?
Listen.
Look
Chill
at
out.
him.
Listen. Tell me.
I've been cooperating with you guys the whole time.
I'm not going to allow anybody to take your money.
Look at him. He's moving.
But look at me. Look at me. If someone takes your money, it will be a big problem, all right? No one's going to take your money. I can see his hand. I can see exactly what he's doing. No one's going to take your money. She's going to count your money. There's more money.
Him touch my money.
There's more money in here. You're saying that there's more money in here?
But what I'm saying is...
Let me ask you a question. Ask my question. Are you saying that there's more money in here?
What I'm saying is he just touched my money and went through 3 different floor compartments, and I seen him put it in.
The crazy thing is, if you look closely, you can clearly see him moving this money.
Between his legs, I heard my rubber band. I've been nothing but cooperative with you guys. All I wanted you guys to do was...
watch.
I'm saying, but he already moved and did a lot of different stuff.
Okay, come sit over here.
But y'all already let him move, like, there's no way. Like, watch. That's crazy. I can't believe y'all just did me like this.
How much cash do you have on you total so I can count it out and we can verify if it's missing? That's what I'm asking you.
We
You know what the total amount was?
Man, I honestly don't. The money was for a bill. My wife gave it to me. The one that she tried to give me, I tried to give her the money. He said, don't give it to her.
Okay.
Because I went to Wendy's. I got a Wendy's receipt right.
But Do you know how much cash you had on you? So I can count it out so we can verify the total. Do you know approximately how much you had on you?
If I say a number and I get it wrong because he touched the money, then it's going to be all wrong. But I just don't understand why I heard my rubber band being popped.
I just grabbed it from the seat to give to her.
That's not what you just told me either, boss.
I did. That's what I did. And I handed her the
I'm not going to lie. Have I gave you any problems?
No, sir, you have not.
That's all I want to ask, sir. I just don't understand why y'all couldn't. Like, I'm not going. I sit on my face. I'm not going nowhere. I just want to.
I'm asking you what your total was so we can count it out. You can watch me count
I'm
it out.
not sure. I'm just
and we can
trying to.
verify.
It's a lot going on. I didn't even know I had a warrant. I'm just trying. I'm just trying to like.
So if you.
What's it called? I'm trying to like just like comply with you guys.
I got
but
you.
That just doesn't make sense to the point where like I just watched him. Me and you both watched him move his hands. I watched him tear up. I watched him look at you and tell him like look at you and tell you no you're not about to. I just watched him do way too much when I haven't been nothing but nice and compliant to you guys. You feel what I'm saying? I'm trying to go along with you guys' protocols and everything. All I've done was ask questions so I know how like to make sure I'm safe and my family can find me and stuff. And it's like I know.
That's why I was asking you what your total was so we can sit here and count it out.
But
and we can verify that it's correct.
It would just help me more seeing that you would have checked him. It's like
Did you not see me walk over here?
I did see that, sir. But none of you guys' body cams is on. Like I know.
Mine is on right now.
Now, there are other angles of this whole entire occasion happening, and it's weird because there's parts missing here and there. Not to say that they did it, but everybody turned on and off their body cameras at different times. And again, he's saying it would have just helped me if you would have just looked over when I mentioned it. And the other cop says that he walked over. But in the time that these small things are happening, meanwhile, we got old boy Officer Chapman over there tucking and digging and grinding and sliding.
And what I heard. And then when I asked him why was he like popping the rubber band on the money, he said I was just making sure something, but there's no need to make sure, you feel what I'm saying? Like, that's my property, you feel what I'm saying? And I know for a fact the money was touched, but it's a million components.
Yes, I did touch it when I grabbed it out of the seat.
I understand, so I don't want to argue with you, Mr. Chapman. I just know what
No, sir.
Okay, so what I typically do is count out everybody's
You can
money
count
in
it
front
again,
of
but I'm
him
not gonna
so
lie
you
to
can
you.
see that it's accurate.
The money was altered
So
before.
when I turn it over to property, you can verify that the total we're counting out now is the total that you're going to get back. Okay? Are you good with me doing that right now? And then you can tell me, do you have any kind of idea about how much you would say you had on you?
But I'd rather you count it first so I just know in my head.
But if you tell me afterwards that it's missing, that doesn't verify.
But if you guys would have stopped him within
if you
the whole...
tell me how much it was now, I can count it and we can verify if it's missing. Okay?
I understand what you're saying, man, and I appreciate everything. But I feel like you guys don't understand what I'm saying. But it's okay, I'm not tripping. You can count it out. I just, like, you counting it out right now would just let me know exactly how much you took. But I'm not tripping, you know. I'm not trying to cause any problems or any Miss Casperson. Miss Casperson. I'm not trying to cause any problems. I just know what I know, you know what I'm saying? I know. I heard the rubber band pop. I seen him fiddling. He did not just keep his hands up the whole time. Like no, I didn't. He didn't open the door and say, "You can search me." Look, you know what I'm saying? I heard my money. I'm a very great business. I just paid bills a couple days ago. You know what I'm saying? I just know for a fact that he touched my money. And then he was adamant about not giving my money to my wife or the cameraman that was with me. You know what I'm saying? He was just like, "No, you're gonna keep the money on you," which wasn't a problem. You know what I'm saying? But him touching the money prior to just putting it in I've been listening the whole time. He asked for the small envelope. He didn't put the money in there then. He asked for it just doesn't make sense. But you can do your job. I'm not trying to postpone or cause a problem. I just want to see how much is missing out at this point.
I want to count in front of you so
Yes,
you
ma'am.
can see how much that you have, okay? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So as you can see, she then counted all of his money that was handed over in front of him, put it into the envelope, and her point is that, hey, you'll see me counting this. It's going to go to other offices before you get it back when you're finally out of here, so we just need to verify this number. His point is, If I tell you that number, sure, the money I'll get back from evidence will be that number, but this has already been tampered in between you counting and me going to jail or whatever's going to happen. Therefore, no matter what, his money would still turn up missing, but on paperwork, it would not be. Now we're going to see them actually investigate the car and the officer to see where this money may or may not be.
Come here. I'm telling you.
I want you to
come here.
You know that.
Okay. Do you see anything?
No, yeah, look, no cap. I'm not even gonna touch it. It's blue hundreds right here. It's all the blue hundreds are right there behind that receipt. Thank you. All that's my money. He didn't have that.
This is your money?
Yes, I heard him crumble it up. Thank you. Thank you. All that ain't my money. That's my money.
How dumb could you be? How dumb could you be? First off, now we live in an age where all cops are wearing body cams, and yet we still have countless amounts of footage of these cops and their misconduct. It goes to show, yes, of course, not all cops are bad, but some are. To the fact that they're one, not honorable, and two, they're just stupid. To commit a crime when you're right under the law, it seems brilliant, but you're just dumb. And you're even dumber that now they have to have body cams and you still think you can get away and do it. And then on top of that, this guy has the audacity to let the car be checked. They let him look, he sees the money, and then Chapman says, that ain't my money. It would have been a better lie to say it is his money because it's his car. That's where he was sitting. So if he just kept it in his pocket and said it was his money, there'd be nothing they could do about it. But the simple fact that he said that it's not his money, where did this money come from then?
That's my money right here.
Sir, you've been watching me the whole time.
I seen you take it. I seen you come.
Sir,
just
that
count
is
it.
not me.
If I'm right, it's gonna be around $1,000. If I'm right, and like I told you, I just went to Wendy's. I seen you still.
No, sir.
If you don't mind, I just want to sit down so y'all don't try to. I don't want to do nothing. All I know for a fact is I know what I know and I seen it. I just want you guys to trust me. That's why I was just acting a little irate, but I'm perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to expose you.
That is not me, bud.
Brother, I just seen you steal my money. It was no reason for you to pop my rubber band, brother. It was no reason for you to pop my rubber band off my money.
I didn't pop your rubber band off your money.
I heard it. Me and you just spoke about it. You heard him agree to it when we first got. I said, I heard you did rubber band. You said, oh, I had to do something. It's okay. It's okay. I know. I just witnessed here today. Mr. Chapman went in my money. He separated my money. He was trying to steal it in our car. He put it in between his legs, and as his colleagues approached me, he worked it towards the door. He tried to make it seem like I was lying. I'm not going anywhere. I'm in full custody of these officers. I'm being detained. I'm not going anywhere. I don't want any problems. I'm not armed. I didn't do anything wrong. I was just pulled over for a traffic stop. He just tried to steal some of my money.
Okay, we're hearing you, but there's no need to say all of
No,
that.
I was just looking at the camera. No, I just know how it goes. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to try.
My camera's on in very much. Alright, so let's take it down a notch.
Yes, ma'am. I apologize.
We're good here.
And then the audacity for her to say, let's take it down a notch. Listen, again, I don't believe all cops are bad, but it's shit like this that makes me f***ing hate them. You're sitting here, just another human being. I told you he was stealing my money. You chose not to look. And now that I've actually caught him and you all were probably gonna split that shit, you're telling me I need to calm down and how there's no need to say this and that when you know the f***ing climate in this country.
So what are we gonna do about this problem? Because he just tried to steal some money.
No, sir, I did not
put any allegations on him. I'm not trying to say anything. I'm not using my words like to try to hurt anybody. I just know what I know. And then I don't even like the fact, but I know you guys have like special protocol. I don't even like the fact that he just tried to steal and nobody like stood up for him. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody was like, okay.
Nobody saw anything
but I
that you were
seen
saying,
everything.
but nobody saw anything that you said.
I appreciate it, Mr.
And then for her to sit here and say nobody saw. Well, guess what, dumbass? 90% of the shit that happens in the world, cops don't see because they get called. So if he's telling you something happened, you have to go on the word, like any other case.
Or you his sergeant?
Yes.
Yes, he is my sergeant.
Look, sir, I have 20/20 and I can read. I remember when you called him out, I could tell you everything he said to you. Perfect timing. This is perfect. Perfect. Did you call me out this time because you didn't know the protocol to how a federal warrant was supposed to be taken care of. Correct? Incorrect.
That's correct. That's the reason why I called him out to
But
ask.
you just separate. Whoa, so what was the purpose of you separating my money while you gave her money, while you just watched her count my money out in full? Because you just wasted you wasted an evidence folder. Because now she has to rewrite a totally different number. So if I would have agreed to the number that I didn't know when she asked me, then I would have been like ridiculed or seen as a liar or something. That's why I didn't answer your question, man, because I said that I had just went to Wendy's. I believe that's my receipt. I only ordered a 10-piece nugget, and I ordered like a fry and something, so I didn't know the actual amount of the money. All I know is when my girlfriend got out of work at 5 o'clock, I was supposed to give her that money for the rest of the bills, and she was going to get her car back. I was in a car with this week. That's why I wasn't in my own car, man. That was my girlfriend's car, Diamond Alexander. That's why when you initially pulled me over, and y'all probably have my phone, you can see the call record. I called her at like 4 or something to let her know, babe, I'm being pulled over in your car. In my eyes, I thought it was going to be for the T-tag, temporary tag thing, the sticker. Like,
It was eventually just for your speed, I promise.
No.
And then we have this dickhead. Out of everything this man is saying, the one time y'all want to interject and offer opinion that's not a lie is to say, oh, it was originally for your speed. And what about everything else about who was watching, who was standing where, and what was going on? Nobody has any comments on that? Because they can't lie fast enough.
I apologize, sir. I apologize. I'm just trying to do what I gotta do, but I know for a fact what I've heard. I have 20/20 vision. I'm not a criminal. I don't do things that I'm not supposed to. I heard him tampering with that rubber band.
Okay.
That rubber band was on that money because my girlfriend gave me the money this morning and told me I wasn't even supposed to be in her car. I just took it because I didn't want to be moving around all day, and my girlfriend had a car and she was going to work. I was supposed to be picking her up off Central at her job, at her little, where she do cosmetics at. With that money, we supposed to go to the bank.
What's his name?
I'm pretty sure when y'all check the car, y'all
What's his name?
Chase.
What's your full name?
Moncrief Tyree Moon. M-O-N-C-R-E.
Okay, Mr. Moon, do we have all your information?
Yes, sir, but I want to know what y'all gonna do about Mr. Chapman.
Okay.
He was just caught at work.
Mr. Moon.
With evidence.
Mr. Moon, I'm gonna do my job, all right? So
I want it wrote down. I'm not gonna lie.
Listen,
Mr. Morris, I'm not gonna cut you off.
Listen, there's nothing that I could give you right now to tell you what I'm gonna do. But like, what I can tell you what I'm gonna do is, if you're alleging that he did something, obviously.
Did you count the extra money?
No, like, it's not 100.
Okay.
It's 900. Okay. So like if you're alleging that Officer Chapman did something wrong.
So you guys don't
Listen. I'm telling you exactly what I'm gonna do. Do not parse every word I'm telling you. I'm telling you exactly what I'm going to do. All right. Is that I have to get on the phone. I have to call my supervisors to run it up the chain. All right. But you're still going to jail.
Oh, yeah, I understand.
Okay.
I wasn't trying
but like that's why I'm asking you if you gave them all of your information on how to get in contact with you. Did you do that? Name.
Only thing I was my first name and last name.
Do we have address and a phone number?
Still off a gold pan?
Yes, sir.
What's it to get your phone number?
What's your phone number?
You can take my girlfriend's number 704.
So now we've gone through the initial contact, we've gone through the actual occurrence, and now we're having the follow-up interview with the detainee, and we're going to see what happens.
So we're going to talk about from the time you were pulled over. I'm sorry, let me introduce myself, all right? Let me take a step back. My name is Sergeant Morris. I am the second shift sergeant, patrol sergeant for the University City Division. You understand who I am?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you are?
Last name.
First name?
M-O-N-C-R-E.
Okay. Birthday?
12/20/94.
Okay. So the point is to just an administrative interview. So anytime there's an allegation of wrongdoing by a police officer, obviously a supervisor has to look into it. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you also understand that we all have these nice body-worn cameras that's attached to us, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. For like when we come in contact with the citizens.
Yes, I understand.
Okay. So let's just start off when you were pulled over. Can you tell me what happened? Obviously. You was pulled over for speeding. Let's just stipulate to that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Officers ran your name. You had a warrant for the U.S. Marshals, right?
Yeah.
And then Officer Chapman showed up, and you was arrested, correct?
Not Officer Chapman. I think his name was Officer. I know it was Chapman, right?
Yeah.
What's the lady? I thought the lady name was
Casperson.
That's what it was. The difference. Yeah. All right. Honestly, I was leaving Wendy's. I put my right signal on get over. Apparently, I guess I was speeding or whatever. Got pulled over by Officer Lack.
Yep.
Cool dude. He ain't, you know what I'm saying, do too much. He just told me that he had to detain me due to the fact that I had a federal warrant. That much I don't know nothing about him. Just, you know what I'm saying, here with y'all. But from there, he was on a dirt bike, so he had to call
a backup officer.
Backup officer. To, you know what I'm saying? So at that point, he could contain us or whatever. Everything was cool. Nobody, well, I didn't resist or anything. I didn't know what was going on. Still don't. But make a long story short, my property was took off of me.
By who?
By, not Lack. What's his name?
Chapman?
By Mr. Chapman or whatever. My girlfriend pulled up to the scene of the crime to get the money, but he told her, which he had also told me, the money was on my possession, so it had to stay with me, which wasn't a problem. So from then on forth, so my property was on the front seat the whole time. So as we pulled up to the, we remained on the scene for about 20 minutes. Then we were cleared to leave the scene by your people. As we were cleared to leave the scene, I just asked him.
Okay, hold on for a second. Your money, how was it packaged?
It was all forward in hundreds and fifties. It was like all like chronological order, like hundreds, 50s.
Okay.
And then
and like did it have anything on it?
As far as a rubber band.
Okay. Do you remember the color of the rubber band?
I think it was like a whitish gray, like not this color. The regular color of rubber band is like the white off whitish grayish color.
So like that tan skin tone color?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Alright. So as we pulled up to the scene, after he had already told everybody like his property has to stay with him, and there wasn't no problem, like nobody was aggressive, everybody was doing their job, their protocol, you feel what I'm saying? Make a long story short, we pulled up. Like, I just, like, was asking, like, each officer that I encountered, like, what was going on with me, like, what was happening, like, so I could know, like, how to better my situation as far as, like, getting out. So, long story short, when we pulled up, we were waiting for Officer Lack to get finished with his report so that they could start, like, transferring me.
Yep.
As everybody was waiting, I guess officers were leaving out, and they were saying that they would volunteer to transport me uptown to help you guys, to, like, help each other out. He told Officer Casperon, whatever.
Casperson.
Yeah, Casperson, that she could take me. And then he told Lack to, as soon as he pulled up, first he called you outside to get, like, confirmation of what was he supposed to do with the federal warrant person. So you was already coming out. Make a long story short, as Lack started bringing out the envelope for the inventory, for my stuff, like my property, I heard the rubber band being tangled with. That's when I asked the question out loud. I said, why would you take a rubber band off the money? And I can't quite remember the answer he gave me, but he confirmed to me that he took the rubber band off the money. And, like, it's my property. I'm a man, so I'm going to watch my belongings the whole time, you feel what I'm saying? And like I had stated, when Lack pulled me over, I was eating Wendy's. And that money was bill money. Like, it's on y'all cameras that when my girlfriend pulled up, she asked me for the bill money. So he told her, like, keep the money in my possession, which was, you know what I'm saying, which was cool, which was in you guys, well, which was in his possession at this point. So as I was being transferred into the car, I heard the rubber band pop. That's when I asked the question, like, oh, like, what you doing? Like, what were you doing with the money? And he was, like, basically, like he confirmed that he was doing something, but he just didn't say what, or I don't know if I missed it, but I know we was, like, it was five of us right there.
You don't recall what he said.
I don't recall, but like I'm saying, it was 5 of us right there. So I know one of the cameras probably picked up on it, or his should have.
Okay.
Which I know his probably was off because he was stealing my money. But he kept, like, trying to make it seem as if my eyes were playing tricks on me. And I heard the rubber band pop. And the whole while long, on, like, what you guys will see on your cameras, I was talking to you guys, really at you guys, because I was watching him. And the whole while long, I kept seeing him move his legs. And as soon as I said it and put it out there, he tried to put the money in between his legs and hand her over the stack. When I seen the size of the stack, and Officer Casperon asked me how much money was it, I didn't want to tell you guys the exact number because I wasn't sure what he had took from the stack. All I was sure of was that the way that I placed the rubber band on the money wasn't the same. It wasn't. Because I have OCD. But also...
Hey, sir, let me call you right back. Yes, sir. I'm talking to him right now. Okay. So like you want me to stop this interview with him? Because I'm speaking to him right now. Got you. Got you. Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you. No, no, sir. But I'll call you back in a second. All right. See.
So basically, the money.
Somebody higher than me said to stop this interview.
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's people coming in to speak with you, and investigators
About that situation.
Yep.
Like I told you outside, I said, I apologize. I wasn't trying to make the situation bigger than it was. I just didn't want to be seen as a liar.
Stop.
No, I just seen on TV.
Hey, chill out, man. Stop apologizing.
I just don't want to make
Listen,
nobody like wrong.
listen here, man. Right is right, wrong is wrong.
Yes, sir.
All right? CMPD takes this seriously.
Yes, sir.
Now, I wish I could say that another way because I feel like cursing right now, right? But what I can tell you is that we take
You
this.
heard what I said,
But
right?
we take this seriously, all right?
I don't think you guys are all dirty cops.
Chill out. Let me finish my statement here, okay? We take this seriously, all right?
Yes, sir.
But what I can tell you is that we take
You
this.
heard what I said,
But
right?
we take this seriously, all right?
I don't think you guys are all dirty cops.
Chill out. Let me finish my statement here, okay? We take this seriously, all right?
Yes, sir.
So like when I told you that I was going to do everything on my end to ensure that like we get this right, and I was going to call you back. I meant that.
I appreciate it.
Because if somebody's doing wrong, we need to figure that out fast. All right?
Yes,
let
sir.
me see your hands. Yes, sir.
Like I told Miss Smith, I appreciate you guys.
You thirsty?
A little bit. I appreciate
What you want to drink?
Some water.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
Okay, give me a second. Pull up security desk.
So like this is what's going to happen, all right? We have people coming in. Obviously, they have to talk to you, all right? So I'm going to hold on to your weapon right quick, okay?
Yep. Go ahead. Just take the whole holster off. It's one of them.
QRS. Sergeant Burke and one of his detectives will come and speak to you, all right? So just chill out, relax. Do you need anything?
No, I just want to apologize to everyone. To say, man, one of these things, dude. I'm sorry.
Anything to drink or anything?
No. I want to say I'm sorry.
Well, we're gonna walk out of here and close the door, okay? Until they get there, everybody.
All right. Let me know if you need anything, all right?
I'm good, Sarge. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I think they want to do it down there.
Do it now.
You don't have any knives or anything on you, do you? Any knives or anything?
Yeah.
Put that on your desk. Not a backup weapon or anything, yeah.
And that's pretty much the end of our footage. But the crazy thing is, if that was you or I, we would have been put in handcuffs and told that we had to be detained for an investigation, whether it was constitutional or not. And I find it incredibly crazy that he could be accused of such a crime and then be allowed to just have his weapon and just stay on the premises and be trusted to be honorable without any type of procedure for cops being arrested for something. Like, it seems that they get special treatment because of the fact that they're cops, so there's the common courtesy thing. But at the end of the day, a cop is still a citizen. Not all citizens are cops, but all cops are citizens. So I find it insane that he's allowed to just roam. They probably wouldn't have let him leave the building. Nonetheless, the other guy was in handcuffs and shackles. So according to various news outlets, he took an Alfred plea, which is essentially pleading guilty, but remaining in a position of innocence, which is crazy considering he apologized. These types of things happen and nobody believes the citizens. Obviously, there are plenty of citizens who break the law, lie to cops, try to weasel their way out of things just to be found out to be liars. And again, not all cops are bad. But I think as a nation, as your city, as your community, we have to hold these people to a higher standard and ask ourselves the question, what is it that makes these cops overlook this bad behavior in small or big towns and still claim to be honorable and have that brotherhood? Because if you believe in that brotherhood, you believe that everyone is doing their part to do the right thing. And when someone in that brotherhood does not, you have to hold them accountable because they don't deserve your brotherhood. Anyway, much love as always. Be safe out there.